We haven't met. I live in this house here, my husband and I. I wonder if you could... Would you care for a cup of tea or a glass of lemon? It must be so dry standing there. May I buy a tray of matches, do you think? We completely run out and we always have the last one. It happens that way, doesn't it? Come and have lunch with us. This way. That's right. May I take your arm? It's the longest day of the year today. Oh, there's honeysuckle. It's clematis. That's convolvulus. And you see that plant by the conservatory? That's japonica. This way. That's right. He's here.
I know.
He's in the hall.
I know he's there. I can smell him.
Smell him?
Can't you smell the house now?
What are you going to do? You won't be rough with him. He's very old. I'm not sure if he can hear or even see, and he's very...
I don't want to know what he's wearing.
But you'll see for yourself in a minute when you shall speak to him.
I shall.
He's very old. You won't be rough with him.
If he's so old, why doesn't he seek shelter from the storm?
But there is no storm. It's summer. It's the longest...
There was a storm last week. A summer storm. He stood without moving by the thunder around him.
When was this?
And he remained quite still while the wind raged around him.
Are you sure it's wise to bother about all this?
Tell him to come in.
Now! Hello. Would you like to go in? You could have some sherry before lunch. This way. That's right. I'll join you later.
Don't stand out the hall now. Come into my study. Come in. That's right. Mind how you go. That's it. Now, make yourself comfortable. Thought you might like a refreshment on a day like this. Sit down, old man. What would you like to have? Sherry? Or how about a double whiskey, eh? I entertain the villagers anyway, as a matter of fact. I'm not the squire here, but they look upon me with some regard. I don't believe we got a squire here anymore. Don't know what became of him. Nice old man he was. A great chess player, as I remember. 3 daughters. The pride of the county. Flaming red hair. And this was the eldest. Sit yourself down, old chap. This was number 2, I think. Youngest was the pick of the bunch. Sally. Sally. No, wait a minute. It wasn't Sally, it was Fanny. Fanny. You must be a stranger here. Unless you lived here once, went on a long voyage and have lately returned. Do you know the district? Now you mustn't stand about like that. Take a seat. We have great variety, constant uniformity, like different seats, different backs. Often when I'm working, I drop a chair, scribble a few lines, put it by, drop another, sit back, ponder, put it by, sit back, put it by. I write theological and philosophical essays. Every now and then I jot down a few observations of certain tropical phenomena, not from the same standpoint, of course. Yes, Africa now. Africa's always been my happy haunting ground. Do you know it? I get the impression that you've been around a bit. Do you by any chance know the Mambunza Mountains, Great Range south of Katombaru, French Equatorial Africa, if I'm certainly right? Most extraordinary diversity of flora and fauna, especially fauna. I understand in the Gobi Desert you can come across some very strange sights. I did that myself. Studied the maps though. Fascinating things, maps. Sit down. I say, can you hear me? I say, can you hear me? You possess no sexual impulse for a man of your age, don't you? Well, repose is perhaps not quite the right word. Repose. Do you find it chilly in here? It must be colder in here than out. I haven't been out yet today, though I shall probably spend the whole afternoon working in the garden, under my canopy, at the table, by the pool. Oh, I understand you met my wife. Charming woman, don't you think? Plenty of good there too. Stood by me through thick and thin, that woman. In season and out of season. She had a fine figure too in her youth, wonderful carriage, flaming red hair. I was much in the same position myself as you are now, you understand? Struggling to make my way in the world. Oh yes, I used to be a commis. I know what it's like. The wind, the rain, beaten from pillar to post, uphill and downhill, the rewards were few, winters up in hovels, up to where I was working on your thesis. Yes, I've done it all. Let me advise you. Get a good woman to stick by you. Never mind what the world says. Keep at it. Keep your shoulders to the wheel. They will pay dividends. You must excuse me, I'm chatting away like this. We have few visitors this time of the year. All our friends somewhere abroad. I have a home with myself. We might take a trip to Asia Minor or to some lower regions of the Congo, mind you, but Europe, out of the question. Much too noisy. I'm sure you agree. Now listen, what would you like to have? Glass of ale, Curacao, Tia Maria, ginger ale, a Wackenheimer Fußmantel Riesling Beer Auslese, gin and it's, Chateauneuf de Pop, a little Astis from my dad. Or what would you say to a straightforward B-sport that går option fine avskrivningsbevis varför kan funka så? Any preference?